He has faced that challenge quite well. Oh, Tom. Tom with the birdie. Woo!
Hey folks, welcome to the King's Mirror Room. You're about to watch footage from our last round at Diefenbaker Park, our first disc golf course. I'm Andrew Neufeld.
I'm Tom Regier.
Sounds like Tommy Two Guns and Neuf.
Yeah.
We gotta be
New guns.
New Guns. Hey kids, it's me. Keep watching. Tom and Andrew. Last round at the original 18 of Diefenbaker. I guess
Joel should be here in a while.
Joel is on his way.
Start at 7. Do to try to get around the crowds a little bit.
Course is pretty packed.
Course is full today.
Oh, there's Joel. He says he'll catch us.
So conditions are good. A little bit of wind. 20k maybe, something like that.
Beautiful. It was so cold and rainy yesterday. Decent amount of wind. Gorgeous weather. And we'll try to have some reminiscent interviews as we go. Cheers. All right, starting on hole 7. We did this lots of times over the years, just because the walk from 6 was the longest walk.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense to start on 7, and it's a nice straight shot, wide open. You usually try to lay it out to the right and come in with the distance driver.
I throw mid, and I've been learning recently to throw hyzers more, which I didn't do in that shot. Tom likes to be warm before he throws.
To stretch a little bit. Alright, so that worked out pretty good for me. I think I got a 50-foot putt or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're looking
Second
good.
shot. This is Andrew's approach. Nicely done.
Can't complain about that.
I'm right up in there too, so looks like a couple of pars for us.
Party.
Yeah, so this was our last round at Diefenbaker before they started doing the modifications to the hill. The Optimist Club in Saskatoon is putting on a project to increase the height of the hill and have a skiing area. So we're on to hole 8.
Yeah, hole 8. You like to just take it nice and wide to the right. Make sure you pass that island of trees. I used to throw a forehand around the left side when I didn't throw as many backhands, but it's a far more difficult shot.
Yeah, I always play around the right-hand side. If you do it right, you can get all the way there with a nice hyzer shot and win a little bit in the trees there. But even with your drive in the trees, you should be able to get out of there and still get your par.
Yeah, you don't have a bad luck here.
Here's your approach shot.
Yeah, I do believe we have this from 2 angles, thanks to having 2 cameramen. There it is.
Yeah, you really laid it in there nicely.
That's my soft APX. It's the only Discraft disc I still have in my bag, I think.
Right, so here's my putt for par.
Oh,
yeah.
You went for it.
That hurts.
Can't regret that.
I think it was a little wind coming up the hill. I probably should aim
His discs
a
over
little bit
there.
lower.
It's better than our shots. Oh, and it's gonna be a par. See you in a minute, Joel.
Oh yeah, so we're watching Joel. He's playing on hole 8 while we've walked over to hole 9, and he's going to join us here in a minute for hole 9.
We love Joel.
But he's always late.
So, to me, this one's an obvious forehand. I like to throw it high because then I know I'll get the fade before that bush there. which is not what I did here.
You went a little long. My play here is to put an anhyzer on it and throw it straight at the big elm tree and see if I can flex around it and come in from the right-hand side. So that looks like it worked pretty good. You're playing with a little bit of the out-of-bounds area there on the right, with the road being out of bounds. But you should be able to do it.
Here he comes. Hey man, I got you on the scorecard. And we're videoing every shot today. For posterity. Yeah, I'm not scorekeeping right now, I'm videoing.
Are there some birds being murdered over there?
Must be. Right, here's Joel's shot. He plays the backhand shot like me, and it looks like he ended up on the road.
Yeah, he is definitely out.
So here's his shot for par. All right, he laid it up nicely. I should be in there for par too. Looks like everybody's going to par this one. Oh, you've got a tough shot here.
And that works left.
Nicely done.
There.
Hole 10. Signature hole. Just beautiful.
Yeah, this is going to be the hole that's definitely going to be impacted by the construction activity. So this was our last chance to play this hole. Ever.
Yeah.
It's a long hole. It's hard to par this one for me. You've got two ways. You can come at it wide from the right, or if you have a backhand, or you can lay up on the left-hand side in the grass and approach it from either up the stairs or from the left-hand side. Looks like a little bit too much of an anhyzer there.
Just the thickest weeds possible.
I think the forehand from the left is my favorite shot. I've heard the chains ring on this one, and it was my baby brother Evan. I was one hole ahead of him. He was playing catch up because he was not on time that day, and I heard the chains ringing.
Joel had a good drive, so here's his second shot. I think we might have missed.
No, that's me. That's me.
That's you. Okay, so you just missed that a little high because of that wind probably. Here's Joel's second shot.
Yeah, this is a great
It's
drive.
for Birdie.
Oh, Joel!
That hurts.
And I can tell you, we did miss some shots on that.
That's right.
That's where my phone wasn't cooperating.
It's okay.
Here's hole 11. Very short hole. Kind of hit the trees and hope.
Yeah, there's a good chance you can birdie this hole if you can just get a drive that hits high in the trees. Falls down, usually you have a good putt for birdie. It seems like you got blocked there pretty early, but you'll probably have a shot for birdie. I think I'm a little high and I'm going to miss the trees altogether.
I've seen every result on this hole from 1 to 6. But we won't again.
No, this will be another hole that you won't see again because of the construction activities on this this Optimist Park ski hill.
One step to the process is that the trees were the first thing to go.
Yeah, those trees no longer exist. Sad to say.
That is a nice birdie putt. So Joel's since Joel's arrival, we need to play a little better, I'm thinking.
Yeah, Joel usually makes us step up a little bit, but that said, I've seen him kind of have a tough round once or twice.
He's had 1 or 2 tough rounds. We all have. Oh, looks like I'm having a tough round right now.
Yeah, that's a tough miss there. All right, here's my birdie shot. Oh, looking good. Like I said, those trees would often be your friend. You just lay it up high in the trees and got a good chance of birdieing.
Yeah.
Gonna miss that hole.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the first holes I ever birdied.
Wait a second. Did you see that? I did not make my short putt just now. I had a. You know, I'm not gonna miss this hole at all. That was a
bogey?
ruthless.
Was that a bogey on your last play of?
Yeah, that was a ruthless splash out. I earned that. You kids, you go rewind. I earned that.
All right, hole 12. Lots of out of bounds here on both sides. There's roads, so you got to go straight down the middle.
It's been a fun hole. It's not. We can replace this one. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's another hole that's not going to be there after the renovations to the park.
I think a really fun shot is to just rip a forehand out over the road and come on in with a high-speed driver. Another one that my second favorite shot is just throwing straight up the gap with a fairway, and those have both worked out pretty good. The risk with that fairway is the skip to the left. I'd rather be coming in.
Okay, I got a long shot here to approach the hole. Oh my, what was I thinking? Okay, well, looking for a bogey, I guess. Joel may have been out of bounds there up on that road. Oh, he lays it in there just right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so here I'm shooting for par. Ooh, that would have been nice.
Hole 13 up the hill. This hole could be easy or quite difficult depending on the wind.
Yeah, it looks like hole 12 might have been...
I think I made a mistake in my editing there.
Yeah, well that's okay. Okay, so let's see what Andrew has here for his shot for par here, I believe. Nicely done. You've got a great putt, Andrew. Nice confidence, lots of speed coming in.
Nice par save, Joel.
Joel saves par, obviously, and I had a bogey there.
Yeah.
All right, here's up the hill, hole 13. This hole can really bite you if you've got a little wind coming up over the ridge and you've played it down to the right-hand side. So a lot of people like to try to get up the ridge and onto the left.
Yeah, I'd rather be coming toward the hill than skipping off it.
That's right. If you roll down the right-hand side, you can easily end up on that road, which is OB. Looks like Joel gets up over the ridge, so he'll have a putt there. Pretty high, pretty high. Yeah, okay, so I'm shooting up the hill. I've got to make sure I get up there.
Doesn't the hill look so much smaller on video?
It does seem a lot smaller.
This feels like a mountain when you're there. Making a putt from down there, there's no better feeling though.
Yeah, you've got to commit to it, that's for sure. And this is a hard putt to make right here because if he goes too far, he can easily roll down the hill. That looks like a birdie.
Yeah.
And a birdie for you too, I believe.
Yeah, I think we both birdied and you saved your par. Nice work. 14, I mean...
My favorite hole.
Yeah, it's a great hole. Who took this picture? I think this is a Joel shot?
Could be.
Yeah, trying to catch the panorama while we were up there.
got a panel from the original height of the hill. Nice.
Joel, you have a memory of your first round here?
Oh yeah, that was the day of your wedding.
Might have been.
Yeah.
We were pretty new then. That was July 4th, 2008. That's
Had a Valkyrie and a Challenger putter
yeah.
as a gift for being at your wedding.
Oh, are those your first two discs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, here, new.
My triple X that Macy drew a picture of. These are her arms, and I think she's stepping on a spider.
Okay, you're a little wide to the right.
This is a shot I really feel like.
All right. Last time on 14.
Yeah, you'd want to go out with a good shot on 14. I'm sorry about that.
You just want to make this shot, and we usually did.
Have you seen anybody get a hole-in-one on this hole?
I've splashed out. I've seen it. Greg Rokosh.
Okay.
I think we were at that.
I was teeing off on 10 when he scored during the Sask Open one year. I splashed out just last year, and I actually thought I had it. And you are right there. Nice
My drive
shot.
was good, yeah. It was good.
I came down, I thought I had it, and I was cheering from up top, and the people down there were like, what do you want? and then I came down and found out, oh, I see.
Good approach here and there for a good 10-foot putt. 15.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Nice try.
That would have been nice.
Get in.
That is your birdie putt. Shoot.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this hole too. I think I hope the new course layout has some vertical downhill hole like this. And you just missed the.
Oh, I thought maybe we didn't notice that while you were talking.
All right, guys. Crossing the point of no return here. Apparently they're going to barricade the whole middle. Makes sense.
They're going to add 9 meters. They're going to have to move a lot of stairs. There's going to be some big equipment driving around here. So even if we can play those alternate holes, it's probably not going to be the most fun scenic. Yeah,
A little bit dusty.
dusty and loud. Although Wednesday nights can be.
Got Reed Park and we got.
Oh yeah, we're not going to be here.
All right, Joel's playing hole 8. 7.
Pretty good.
He's playing hole 7. He had missed it earlier.
He arrived late. He played 8. Now he's finishing up 7, so that he's all caught up on the card.
It's a birdie. Football. No, not a football.
Was that a birdie?
He's incredibly.
He's in great
athletic.
shape. He's in great shape right now. He's been working out a lot.
He loves running.
Yeah, Joel's more fit than most of us. 1100 disc golfers.
Yeah, that's he's definitely the most fit. No,
Evan's pretty fit.
Yeah. Hole 15, Birdie Alley.
Yeah, this is always a nice turning point in the course where you can usually rely on getting at least 1 or 2 birdies coming home.
You can throw your most comfortable shot here. It's pretty short. It's a mid or a putter for me. I tend to throw the backhand. Eyes are coming in, but you can throw a forehand if you want.
Yeah, I use a championship boss here. Probably a little high.
Nice, Tom.
Looks like I'm going to be all right.
Really good shot.
Looks like you're changing discs right there.
I think my little high.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, it looks like I'm going putter this time. I've got the Gold Line Pure.
That's nice. Very nice. That's the one.
Oh, you're right up there.
Oh, Parky. Park Warden.
That disc is fun to throw.
Well, especially when you get it a few feet from the pin. Okay, here's Joel for birdie. He's waiting for the wind to calm down. There you go.
Nice
Take care.
work, Joel.
Here's my putt.
Birdie.
There we go. Oh,
The
can we
birdie.
have a star frame? Can we have
See if I can
our
complete this
first
star frame.
ever recorded star frame?
There you go, boys. Star frame, boys.
All right, on to hole 16. Another great hole, slightly downhill. It's open on the right-hand side, and people generally just throw a backhand and try to come into the pin.
Wow, that's close.
This hole can give you some trouble. There's,
The
I
Yeah.
mean,
I couldn't see the end. That's okay.
there's enough on it to give you trouble, but if you just calm down, it's an easy shot.
The trees on the right-hand side of the fairway
Come on, fight.
often will limit your line to that side, and so you can end up hitting those. And then there's a couple of trees down by the pin that also can shorten your drive quite a bit.
Yeah, it really is just a straight shot. That's where you're gonna do
Yeah.
best.
That's right.
Might be the prettiest green though on the course. A lot of the greens get really muddy, and this one's always nice grass, and I like the way the trees go around it.
I never thought about what the prettiest green on the course was, but
Well-
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Reason I say that is a lot of people will show up and they'll practice putting at 18.
Yeah.
I walk about 100 meters over, and I've got this one to putt.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So, looks like I missed my birdie, and Joel missed his birdie. Looks like I'm parring this one.
I'm sure I'm throwing for par here.
Is this your par shot?
I'm not sure.
Well, we'll check the card. Alright, on to hole 17. Now, this is a nice downhill shot. Not too long. The trees are your friends here. You can put it high, and if you're close to the pin, it'll sit down and give you a decent look at birdie. There's my drive. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. The slope is interesting because if you just try to throw a flat shot and follow it, you're gonna hold your speed and you're not going to fade at the end. I've thrown wide right many times on this hole.
Looks like your drive was pretty good, and Joel's is in there somewhere too. So,
Buzz it again, though. Buzz it again.
could it be another star frame? I wonder. I think we all ended up somewhere close. Oh,
No,
You've got a pretty long putt.
I'm pretty far out.
Andrew shooting for birdie. Oh, nice try. Good save with that tree stopping your disc there too. You could have ended up with a long par putt.
How many rebounds have you seen go in?
I've never seen one.
I saw Joel do it once.
Yeah. It's a birdie for me.
All right, moving to hole 18. We have 6 more holes to go, but it's a fun finish. Uphill, you have that backdrop behind you, so you can throw hard if you want. You're not likely to blow past it too far.
Yeah, it's part of Birdie Alley, and it's an easy hole to pick up a birdie on. It often makes for a fun finish with everybody trying to get a last-minute birdie to finish their round and move in front of their nemesis.
Yeah.
But I like this hole.
When we would play starting on 1 and finish on 18, if you were trying to get the honors car, you knew you had to birdie 17. There's no way you're not getting the honors car if you don't birdie 17, because someone is gonna birdie 18.
That's right, yeah. Looks like I went really long on my drive and had to putt from a bad spot, and now I'm shooting for par here from about 30 feet,
You got the Ted Powers card on this one.
and that looks like a bogey. Alright, so how are you guys going to
Okay, you're good.
handle this?
I think I see a mini just ahead of Joel. Ooh.
Oh, nice shot, Andrew.
I think I needed that. I think Joel had gotten ahead of me a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of a rewind here on the scorecard because we are restarting, but we've got 6 holes to play. That's a cemetery on the right. Saskatoon's first, I believe.
That's right. I've put my disc in there many times, and I'm try to be respectful when I go over there and collect it.
As have I.
All right, so this is a good hole for either a forehand or for a Anheuser shot.
You know the most fun shot, though, is that hyzer that goes over the shrubs and around the spruce.
That's true.
But
I've seen that a few times.
But that's a little silly.
The nice thing is about this this round is that this hole and the birdie alley that we just watched, those holes are going to stay the same with the modifications to the hill. So we'll get to play these holes many times in the future.
Yeah. Joel has such a nice touch shot for this. I thought he did it again there, but he lofted it a little too much.
Where did mine end up there?
Oh, you really...
In the trees?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looks like I might have to take a bogey on this one.
I noticed Joel putted out already. That's actually because he's due for supper at his in-laws.
Isn't that his usual excuse when he's late? All right, hole number 2. Longest hole in the course? Is that right?
It might be.
We should really know that.
10 feels like the longest. It's still reachable, this hole, so it's not like there's
No, it's hard to get there with the backhand because of the way the trees slope from the right hand side. So you can do it, but you're probably not going to be able to have an easy putt if you're going to throw a backhand. You're probably going to
Last round on the
apart.
original course,
Yeah.
we figured we gotta film it.
forehand's the safe play for sure. Oh, you might have gotten a nice one here.
I'll be up there for.
Okay. Yeah, you're happy with that.
Got a shot, yeah.
And Joel's worked out better than I thought, too.
Did, yeah.
Nice run.
Thanks.
Ooh, another one.
cage, yeah.
Oh, man. Running this hole is... Oh, look at me. I'm in
Yeah.
trouble. I think I'm holding that thing upside down. Running this hole is interesting because sometimes the bush helps you and sometimes you just roll down the path.
Yeah, there's a few little paths that if you start rolling, you can end up maybe 20 or 30 feet even deep in the bush. So looks like we're getting pars on this
Yeah,
one.
that's a party. I'm glad we still have this hole. It's a fun one. You can come at it from either side.
That's right. There were some modifications to the bushes on this hole when they did the initial construction for the hill project. But for the most part, the whole layout will stay the same.
I think forehand would have been the smarter play on this day.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a good forehand, you can. Oh,
that what you're gonna do?
If you have a good forehand, you can throw it. But if you want, you can go with a big hyzer, well out over the bushes, especially on a day like today when the
And
wind
now
was
it goes
coming
up.
from the west.
No way up there.
Yeah, we underestimated the wind this day.
Yeah, no, it's.
As soon as the wind hits the, as soon as it fades and the wind hits the flight plate, it's up.
So what would you do?
Yeah, that was some good advice you were giving me right there.
Well,
I think
Tom, honestly, I
taking
think
that.
you should do what we just did.
Yeah.
Maybe
I can't
you
wait
throw
to
a
see
touch
what you
wider.
do.
Well, it's not going to be a forehand. I can tell you that right now.
Your forehand's getting better.
I think that's great.
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. Keep it fairly low.
Tom, that might be your longest drive.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I'm so far away.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, pretty happy with that approach though.
Your drive was just a little high,
Look how long you are.
and I'm quite a ways from the pin too, but I was happy with that drive nonetheless.
That's a
Laying-
nice half
yeah.
bid for Joel.
Laying it up nicely. Great putt for a par.
Yeah, I think I needed it. If you can't beat your friends, who can you beat, you know?
All right, 3 pars on 3.
Hole 4. I don't. It's not quite a really nice forehand, so we tend to throw backhand. Oh, you can see some of our camera work here.
Yeah, there's a big out of bounds on the right-hand side. The road on the right-hand side is out of bounds, so
It's not.
if you're playing a big backhand, you're going to be probably throwing it out of the over the road, which is okay. You can get there in one shot, but
I think the play is like just a soft flex forehand, and that's a shot I've been working on a little bit since we started playing Reed. It forces you to think a little more, and I think when we go back to Dief again, that'll be the play.
yeah. For those of you not familiar with disc golf in Saskatoon, there's a new course set up on the west side of the city called
William A. Reed.
William A. Reed Park, and there's nine baskets there, but with 18 tee pads. They haven't put the tee pads in yet, but
Everything about
that's where we've been playing since this round to keep our disc golf season going.
Yeah, it's been a good course. It forces you to think about your approach a little more. And of course, we just saw these shots, but we have them filmed from both angles because we're high tech here at 1100 Disc Golf.
Yeah, we're learning.
Welcome back. Don't hit that car. I think you're in.
So I was looking at trying to go over the road and come back in, but I think I was out of bounds, unless I got real lucky there.
I think you did stay out of bounds.
Nice layup. Joel for his birdie.
Apologies to our viewers that want to see the scorecard. It is coming up in 2 holes.
Joel ends up sitting close for an easy par.
Am I 10 meters?
I think so.
Oh, I must be. Oh!
Oh, and close. Another one off the chin. Nicely done, Andrew.
It's Tom?
I don't even know what year it was. But we played many rounds at President Murray Pine Tree Park there.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly when we started.
Cheap
coming
or
over there.
regular disc?
But I think once we started playing this, yeah, with regular
Yeah,
frisbee.
yeah.
Once we started playing here, we never went back.
That's
'Cause this is so much better.
How about you, New?
My first round was Butter and not sure who else. Maybe Cooley. I don't know. They were going for a round. Butter worked in the what was the store called? At Escape for the sign guys, Pelican.
Yeah.
But they were in the same space as Escape, and so I said, "Oh, bring me a couple discs. I'll bring you some money." And that was it, because I lived over just by Hole 1.
Yeah, you're at St. Henry.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I assume that was in 08.
Yeah.
Hole 3's over here, guys.
All right, I love me some hole 5 with that forehand. It's just been a fun shot for me. It's been fun to watch the non-forehanders throw too. Joel has an idea of this perfect S shot that would be amazing, but I've seen it work once.
Yeah, there's a Mando on this hole. There's a large pole, large utility pole, and you've got to be between that and then out of bounds on the right-hand side. So forehand definitely helps this hole. A backhand with an Anheuser, yeah, you can do it, but you're probably going to be limiting yourself a little bit.
I have a theory of throwing like fairway or just a stable mid, just straight at it and let it slide under the tree would be a good approach, but nothing beats that forehand.
Yeah, and it looks like I just really misjudged the distance on that last shot. So
I think you wanted to finish with a nice putt, not just a drop in.
Right.
So you've got yourself a 32 footer here.
Joel gets up there nicely. So where did your drive land?
Oh, sorry, I didn't film you very well there.
So you're quite a ways past.
I went pretty long, yeah. Did I throw a pink disc?
Boy, I couldn't tell you.
I think that would have been a culverin.
Ooh, wow. Another chin.
Yeah, I'm wimping out pretty hard here.
All right, so that's par for you and Joel, and bogey for me.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming up to the last hole.
This is it.
Finishing on 6 as we started on 7. It's a short hole. Everybody likes to birdie this one. You got a little bit of trees, a little bit of bushes on the right-hand side, so you want to come in straight if you can. Forehand works.
I usually throw a triple X, but I adjusted for the wind here, and I should have thrown a triple X. I threw a verdict.
Is it?
Joel's coming in pretty nice, but he's got a hard fade there.
Yeah, he plays this Anheuser, this hole with Anheuser really nicely, but it faded a little bit at the end for him.
That must be the tailwind, because I don't think he adjusted discs.
That might be really, really nice.
Yeah, mine was a little bit more Anheuser, and it looked like it worked okay.
There I am, just pitching out.
Ooh. Yeah, Joel and I going for birdie here. I missed mine. Oh, and just to the right.
Oh, and here we have scores. Joel and I are tied, and you're 3 behind. Like, we had a tight game overall.
Yeah, not bad. It was good competition.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm a little bit further behind than you guys, but I'm gonna play along with you for the playoff round.
Love it.
It ain't pretty.
All right.
It's a playoff.
You're up, Nick.
I'm up.
So playing cameraman and playing has got me a little gassed here, I guess.
Let's throw at this thing.
Okay, let's hear about this. This is a playoff hole, and it's Andrew's first shot.
Andrews. Said Andrea.
Yeah, he knows an Andrea.
Andrew's first shot.
Yeah,
They're tied at They're tied at -2 and I'm at +2. I really like that shot.
Too hard. It's gone.
Deep?
It's so gone.
Okay.
Okay, so he was a little deep. And Joel is gonna throw next. And then I'm gonna throw for fun.
Oh, it's so high.
Holy.
Joel launched it.
Joel wants another hole. Joel wants us both to par.
That was awful.
Tom's gonna throw. This is the way we play. You hope your friends tie so that you can go in a playoff with them.
Oy, oy, oy. Tom's the best one if we can get by that tree.
Same spot as last.
Joel's giving himself a challenge.
Joel's left himself with a really long approach here.
Oh,
But he comes around that tree nicely, yeah?
he does
Beautiful.
well. I think I'm under that spruce, so.
Oh, Tom.
Wow!
Oh,
yes.
Tom!
Tom with the birdie.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
So we're now 2 apart.
I guess, yeah. If you think
Maybe
we're
we
going.
should start playing that. If you can catch your friends in a playoff, then you can win. It just takes one tie and anyone can win.
It makes it a lot more fun, I think. But it might make the playoff go a lot longer, right? Because if then there could be another tie.
Yeah, we wouldn't give you the win for that. Like, now you're 2 back.
Mhm.
Looks like Joel and I did our jobs there. Moving on to hole 17.
All right, so who can get the birdie here? That's the question.
Well, I did make an adjustment on my disc. I see that I'm throwing a verdict, whereas I threw Atlas earlier. So I'm more overstable.
Yeah, and you're a little deep, right?
Yeah, I ended left. Earlier I ended right. Joel traditionally does quite well on this hole. I think he's holding a Predator.
He doesn't like that
And
wind.
he's got quite a wind, but he's holding a Predator. He should just have confidence in it.
I think we're in the same place.
Yeah, it did its
So
job.
he's pretty short, I think. He's got a long putt.
You better show us how it's done, Tom.
Could be nice. Come on, fight.
And I did not
Alright.
get the right line on
You
that.
got a big skip out of it. You just missed the line.
Okay, so Joel's got a chance here. Ooh, and he comes up short. All right, here, Andrew can win it with this. Not going to happen. So we're on to 18. I guess we didn't need to show my shot there. I probably drained it, but that's okay.
Playing in playoff with Joel last time at the original 18. Decided to throw an ace.
Yeah, sorry, Tom. I didn't catch every shot.
It's okay. You're pretty confident in this shot here.
Yeah, I wonder what'll happen.
Oh, you're nice and close there. That's a nice drive.
It looks pretty good.
Joel knows he needs something good here.
I wish I could see
both looking
that.
at
Yeah,
throw
I
an ace,
couldn't
I'm
really
gonna
see it,
have-
but
All right, Tom, you throw an ace.
Start a sprayer.
Tom's first ace, everybody.
throw an ace here too.
I think you should. Spoiler alert.
I wish.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Right, so I'm setting the camera up here so that I can just not walk around. I think you just threw your approach in there. Oh, there's
Yeah,
Joel.
that was it. Now he needed that one. He
Yeah.
needed that one. So I think you're just up the hill a little ways here.
I have a putt that I usually make, and hopefully today same thing happens.
All right, Andrew, you need this putt. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I had to do a lot of math there.
Feels good to make a putt you should make.
Yeah, so you win the last round we played at Dief. It's a great place to play disc golf. I'm going to miss those holes that they've changed. We'll be back at this course again, but it won't be the same.
No. Hopefully the new changes go well. It's temporary right now, but we'll get. I hope we can get back on that hill when it's 9 meters higher.
Yeah, so Saskatoon Disc Golf, Diefenbaker Park, great place to have a nice round. This is New Guns, commentary, signing up.